Welcome back from the break. You're watching NewsX and I'm Misavri Jindal. After the Kolkata campus horror, now a shocking case has emerged from Bengaluru. A woman student at the private engineering college South Bengaluru has alleged that she was raped by her junior inside a men's washroom on campus. According to the FIR, the accused, identified as 21-year-old Jeevan Kaura, asked the complainant to meet her during the lunch break. When she met him in the room on campus, he allegedly tried to kiss her forcibly. As she tried to leave, he followed her to the 6th floor, dragged her into the men's washroom, locked the door and attempted multiple sexual acts. The incident took place between 1:30 to 1:50 p.m. on October 10th. The accused also allegedly took away the complainant's mobile phone. Later, he reportedly called her, asking if she needed pills. The complainant narrated the incident to her parents, who filed a police complaint on October 15th. Police have since arrested the accused and booked him under Section 64 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which prescribes punishment for rape. To take this conversation forward, with us on the broadcast is Seema Kushwaha, women's rights activist, Shamshari Shreen, advocate Supreme Court, Sanjay Sahai, former IPS, as well as Ms. Joyita Basu, editor of the Sunday Guardian. Let me start off this conversation with Mr. Sanjay Sahai, and I'd like to understand from you. Once again, we're back over here having a conversation about a rape case that has taken place on campus premises. Do you think the number of cases like so have increased in the recent past?
I think the number of cases have increased in the last 4 months. 900 odd cases have been registered of sexual assault in Karnataka and more than 100 in Bangalore itself. See, even with the stringent of the situation and best of the security measure, one odd case can happen. But what is really baffling me, at least since the time of the RG incident, why the government, the police and the campus administration, so their level of apathy is so audacious and they feel they can get away with this. In this current case also, you don't find CCTVs in place. I think we have been talking about CCTV since last 1.5 to 2 years. And it's not only in RJK, it happened in Orissa, it happened in Chennai. So this is a very recurrent sort of a pattern which we can see all around the place in all campuses. And still the college managements are left scot-free. So what is the inner wheeling, dealing? I have absolutely no idea. Being a responsible citizen and having nearly 32 years of experience in the Indian Police Service, it's literally baffling me why these measures are not being put in place. In the current case also, what we find is that there is no CCTV, and finally there will be a huge battle between the defense and the prosecution, whether it is consent or coercion and all sorts of dirty sort of a judicial trial which will go on. My simple point is that the college itself should be blacklisted now. The security measures which should happen on a campus, it should be legally mandated, it should be authorized by police. They go, they do the security audit and they give the security plan. If that is not in place and any incident of this nature, it is the job of the college to prove. Otherwise, the college should be held guilty and they should also be booked in these cases, because literally nothing has changed. If you remember correctly, I think Chief Justice of India, Justice Chandrachud, so he had taken cognizance of the RJK case and that legal battle which happened in the Supreme Court. I think that is not worthy of even repeating. But every point in time, the government came up with a bright idea. They have put in this amount of money, this thing. So primarily the college mismanagement is at the core of it. I don't deny the fact that with best of the measures, some odd incident can happen. But here what we are finding is clear-cut apathy on the side of the college management, and the amount of money which is being churned out in this private institution is just phenomenal. They have decided they will not put any amount of money for the security of the girls. And the security of the boys also, if something happens, hooliganism happens. So that is also going scot-free. This is one of the very, very scary sort of a situation where midday inside a college campus, a boy is able to do whatever he feels like, with there is absolutely nothing to stop him. And the societal response is to a level that this girl takes 5 days to report the court case. Leave aside the security part of it. Was there a counselor in college? Do they have any classes teaching them what is to be done, what is not to be done? So it's clear-cut, mercenary, commercial education, and they have literally made them blindfolded. Once the incident has happened, is it not the responsibility of the college to go to the police and see to it that the case is registered and investigation happens in whichever manner they like or in whichever manner the incident has transpired? We don't hear of the college. I don't know why the name of the college is also being hidden. See, colleges have to be named and shamed and they have to be blacklisted. That is the only way out, because college campuses are completely in control of the college management. The police does not go there. And some sort of an interface between the police, the government and the college campuses also needs to happen. UGC in its own way and all the regulators, they have come with anti-sexual harassment policies and variety of all these policies. I don't think those policies are worth the paper on which it is written, because nothing is getting implemented. So after RJK and variety of such incidents, if you go today to West Bengal, there are 28 medical colleges and hospitals, if I'm not mistaken. And I think the fate of the campuses today also will be remaining the same as it was at the time of the RJK incident.
Absolutely. Request you to stay on with us. We have some breaking news coming in. NewsX has accessed the copy of the summary of the FIR in the Bengaluru rape case. According to the summary of the FIR, the survivor has provided a detailed account of the incident, describing multiple instances of forced sexual act. Jeevan Gowda, a 21-year-old fifth semester student, has been arrested in connection with this case. We of course access the FIR, and those are the details that are coming to the forefront as far as this case goes. My colleague Belly Thomas with us to give us more on this. Belly, what more information can you share with us as far as this FIR is concerned?
Asawari, we have accessed the FIR. The summary goes on to say that this particular student, who is pursuing her 7th semester at the private college in South Bengaluru, has gone to the classes today, and she has attended classes at around 8:15, and then after which she comes in contact with this another student who is identified as Jeevan Gowda by the police later on, and he has said that he has told her that he had some belongings of hers with him and she could come and collect that. So she decides to collect those belongings from him at the lunch break, and so when the lunch break, she comes to meet him, since she already know him, and she also knows him since early on he had a couple of backlogs and he lost a year, but even then they knew each other, and he had called her to the 7th floor so that he can give her belongings. So unsuspectingly, the victim went all the way to the 7th floor. It's a PG block of the architecture department, and both of them are from the same department, and she goes there. That was a time when he forcibly kisses her. She was taken aback, shocked. She ran towards the lift, and she was coming downstairs or down floors, and it was that time when the accused started following her and stopped her at 6th floor, and he dragged her to her men's toilet on that 6th floor, and he locked it from inside and committed the crime, is what is mentioned in the FIR. She also goes on to say that while he was committing the crime, he was also using some kind of obscene words, and while her phone started ringing, he even snatched it and put it in his pocket while he continued assaulting her, and after which he was let off to go. And then the same day, the accused had the audacity to call the victim over phone and asked if she needed pills, to which she answered that she wouldn't want to talk to him again, and that was what was mentioned in the FIR. And she goes on to state that she felt initially very apprehensive to discuss about this to anyone, but later on she confided in her friends, spoke about this to her friends, and later on to the parents, and mustered courage later, and with the help of her friends and parents, She approached the jurisdictional Hanumatnagar police on October 15th and lodged a complaint. And based on her complaint, an FIR was registered under section 64 of the BNS Act, and the accused has been arrested. He has been taken for medical examination. The victim has also undergone medical examination. And since there were no CCTV cameras on that floor, on that sixth and the seventh floor, there is no technical evidence that the police could gather. But however, they are going ahead with all the physical and circumstantial evidences, and they've taken the statements of the victim and the accused as well.
Absolutely. Very thank you for sharing all those details with us. I'd like to rope in Ms. Joyita Basu into the conversation. And ma'am, I'd like to understand from you. Do you think the reason behind a surge in such cases on campuses is because there is a lack of college management? Is that the reason perhaps why we're seeing such a surge in these cases?
Of course, the college management is, I would say, complicit in the sense that there is not enough security. It has not really gone down to the students. They have not been told that if you indulge in any sort of act like that, punishment will be severe. So, even before the state authorities, the authorities get involved. It is the college management that should be cracking the whip. And that, how can that be done? First of all, sensitization. Maybe the girl has talked to that boy. Just because maybe the girl has been friendly with that boy, just because a girl is friendly with somebody, somebody from the, with a male friend, does not give that man the right to violate her body, does not give the man the right to violate her, her privacy. So you see, unless and until, and this is primarily a mindset problem. Well, the whole idea is that, you see, unless and until you start teaching the boys about this, that you can go this far and you cannot go beyond that far. And in a modern society, when you are being friends with a woman or a young girl, does not mean that you take, that you misuse that friendship that this girl has allowed to develop. I don't know exactly the details of the case, but it seems something like that has happened. So the lesson has to go down, and one of the first, apart from the parents, of course, in this case, the college management also, there should be regular classes, there should be regular sensitization classes. Well, I don't know whether this particular college had anything of that at all.
Absolutely. In fact, we have some breaking news coming in. Latest details emerging in the horrific case of a student rape case inside the College of Bengaluru. Accused also snatched the phone of the victim while he was sexually assaulting her. Like I said, very chilling details that are coming our way. Let me take this conversation forward with Miss Seema Kosar. Ma'am, thank you for being patient with us, and taking from what Ms. Basu said over here, what exactly is the problem? Is it lack of sensitization? Is it a mindset problem? Or because of the fact that colleges are lacking in management, men and students on campus are thinking that they have their own way? What do you make of it?
Thanks so much for having me in your panel. First of all, I wanted to make a correction of little thing, that this thing happened in a very reputed college of Bengaluru, engineering department, not the architectural department, because
Okay, yeah.
There is no 7 floors, but in the engineering department there are 7 floors.
Okay, all right. We'll just sort out that connection with you. But in the interim, we have some more breaking news coming in. The college administration is still silent after the rape of the student inside the washroom of the college premises. Till now, no statement has been given by the college administration on the same. I'd like to rope in Ms. Shamsharish Rain into the conversation. Like I said, a shocking rape case has taken place. The college decides to be silent on the matter, even though it took place on 10th October and FIR has been filed on 15th October, and here we are with absolutely no statements coming from the college.
Well, this is what usually happens, that when a college, any such kind of activity happens in the college tries to just actually brush it off. So, so that is what this college is also doing over here. Otherwise, no, it is, as earlier speakers has said, that yes, it is absolutely wrong on the part of the college, that there was major problem with the camera, with the security, and that is the reason that such kind of activity happened inside the college, inside the campus. But but looking into the facts of the case, the boy is 21 years old, so he knows what he's been doing in the society where we live now. At the age of, I think, 13 or 14 at the max, everyone gets to know that no means no. So if someone is actually committing such of a crime, that person knows what he's doing, what his mindset is. He is an engineering student, a final year student, so he knew all the pros and cons. So if you say that no, it is a fault of the college ki unme they have not been teaching them, censor nahi kar rahe hain, and all of that, that is something, a vague statement to be made. Someone who is entering the college at this time and age, everyone knows what the laws are, how much right you have over anyone's body. You can't even slap a person, that everyone knows. A slap will actually land you behind the bars, or put you in a trouble. Everyone knows that, and especially slapping a girl. So here, when everyone knows about a smallest slap, so this is nothing but a rape. So yes, the college was at fault, but not having cameras and not telling me in the college that you don't have to behave in such manner or this or that, that is a wrong statement to be made. The boy knew everything what he was doing, and he should be given the strongest punishment in this matter. Because inside the campus, the college will always try to brush off the complete case off their shoulder. So the college should pay the compensation to the girl, and of course strict action should be taken against the college management as well, for not safeguarding the children and the giving us a safe zone to all the kids in the college.
Okay, absolutely. In fact, breaking news coming in, DCP of Bengaluru South Division, Lokesh Bharamappa, has spoken on the student rape case, and he has said that a case has been registered after the complaint of the victim, I beg your pardon, and the probe is underway. He added that they have the accused in custody and police is looking for all aspects of the case. Take a listen.
A case of rape has been registered at Hanumantnagara police station based on the complaint of a student who reported that on 10th she was raped by her junior in the 6th floor of her college within the campus. Following this, the accused has been detained, and he has been produced before the concerned jurisdictional court, and he is currently in custody. Investigation is ongoing to look into all aspects of the case and verify as well as establish evidence of the.
All right, Ms. Seema Kosar, we'd lost a connection over there in the middle, but I'd like to understand from you, what exactly are you making of the details that are coming in as far as this case goes? The fact that there is no CCTV footage, while the investigation is taking place, the college decides to be silent, mum on the situation. What do you essentially make of the situation that's panning out?
Yeah, this everywhere happened, whether it is in a school, whether it is in a college. The institution try to maintain their reputation. For them, it is nothing but our children's, more than our children's safety, security. Their reputation is more important for them. So that bar has to be break. Absolutely, that bar has to be break, and because our children, we pay the fees, we put our children full day, more than 8 hours we give our children in their responsibility. So it is completely their responsibility to be taken care. And as well as we parents, we have to teach our daughters more to be stay more and more careful. As well as in this patriarchal society, it is very essential to tell the daughters to stay safe, as well as to say this boys
Ma'am,
to
the
be
incident
stay away from these kind of
the
incidents.
incident took place at 1:30 p.m. between 1:50 p.m. on college premises. It was not late at night. What are we supposed to tell our daughters?
Yeah, absolutely. This is very pathetic. It is. I don't know what to say on this, because in daytime, if these things are happen, so only I'm telling, moreover, college is responsible. They have to increase the safety of. They should be ensure our daughter's safety, and we parents, we should tell our sons how to behave with our other people's daughters. So this is more important. This is very essential nowadays, to tell our sons to how to stay in this society. That is become more important, as well as completely college is responsible. They should have to taken care of our daughter's safety in the daytime. That too in the
All right, absolutely. I actually want to rope in Mr. Sanjay Sai into the conversation. You know, we started by saying that there is no CCTV footage as of now. In such cases, as far as the probe goes, what then becomes essential as far as the case goes, as far as investigation goes? What exactly becomes the evidence that I'm talking about? What becomes important over there then?
I will come to your question. First and foremost, that the college management and the principal or the director does not have the capability to run those campuses. Let it be very bold sort of a statement, and that is precisely because they lack management and administrative skills, and for that reason they are not in a position to keep their campuses secure. Now, in the absence of CCTV footage, CCTV footages have come to as evidence only in recent times. So before the CCTV footage is also, rape cases have been investigated and rape cases have been convicted all across the country. So first and foremost is the forensic evidence. Now after 5 days the case has been registered. How much of forensic evidence is available depends on what is collected and in which manner it is collected and sent to the forensic science laboratory for testing. There can still be good amount of evidence which can connect the crime to the criminal. The whole investigation process is to connect the crime to the criminal and also to get the motive. I think motive seems to be reasonably clear, as basically sexual exploitation. We can't see if there is some vengeance or anything other than that. That also will come to light. Now, in the current day and age, in any investigation, I think the major component is the technical data. We call it as the electronic data. So there was a phone call which happened at that particular point in time, and he did not allow the victim to take the call, and this fellow picked up the phone and kept with himself. The location where this whole thing has transpired, which means the phone of the survivor and phone of the victim. So both those phones have been exactly at the same place, based on your tower location and variety of other capabilities which forensic examination can provide. Morning there have been calls, and this fellow has been desperately trying to get this girl to the 7th floor of the architecture building or whichever building, if it is not the architecture building. So all that transaction is a part of that exercise. Okay. Besides that, there will be circumstantial evidence. Might be there is something left over at the scene of offense. Her movement can also be tracked. There will be friends, there will be other people, or the college timings, lunch break, and that movement. So that can also be.
Okay, all right. We have some breaking news coming in. Leader of Opposition R. Ashoka has written a letter to the National Commission for Women (NCW) citing raising numbers of sexual assaults on girls in Karnataka, demanded urgent investigation and intervention as well. My colleague Belly Thomas with us on the broadcast gave us more on this. Belly, help us understand what exactly has been penned in this letter.
Asawari, the leader of opposition R. Ashoka has written a letter to the National Commission for Women citing the rising number of crimes against women in Karnataka as such, and he goes on to say that he also urged the commission to send a fact-finding committee to the state as early as possible and investigate into the sexual assaults on women in the state. He also said that in just 4 months there have been 979 incidents of sexual violences that have been reported from the state, and in that around 114 are from Karnataka. And he goes on to say that our women and children are living in fear due to the Congress-led government's criminal inaction, is what he calls on. So he goes on to say that he seeks the center to send the National Commission for Women to send a fact-finding committee to come to the state and investigate into the sexual violence that's happening day to day, is what he's saying. But a lot of cases have not been reported also, he mentions there. And this is a city where reportage do happen more, and such crimes are coming to light, but there are a lot of crimes that are not being reported also. So we'll have to work on that also, is what he's trying to tell in this letter.
Okay, all right. Belly, thank you for sharing all those details with us. Ms. Joyita Basu, I leave the last word to you. The reason why we're having these conversations is to make sure that we don't have these conversations in the future, to make sure that incidents like so don't come to the light. This can't become the new normal. With that being said, how do we make our campuses safer?
There has to be greater, I would say, involvement of law enforcement agencies. And even otherwise, I would say the campuses, in particular the universities in particular, it is their duty to provide security on campus. So until and unless they can, they earn enough money. There has to be private security, that is one area. And then introduce cameras everywhere. You have to have cameras and put the fear of God in all these kids. Until and unless you do that, and it has to be done strictly, there should not be any favoritism in this at all. Okay, fine, somebody said, some passed a snide comment, maybe on a fellow student, deal with it with a heavy hand. Unless and until you put the fear of God in all of them, all the students, I would say, men, the young girls, boys, everybody. And so that there is a problem that happens in the universities is ragging, all right. So you see, even girls are involved in this. So certain things are basic. The universities will have to teach their students and increase security and use technology to ensure that there are no corners or there are no places where there are cameras everywhere. You have to have them.
Right, absolutely. With that, Seema Kausar, Shamsharish Rain, Mr. Sanjay Sahai and Ms. Joyita Basu, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this very important discussion. We take a short break.